So in a way, it is nice to be here to pray with this morning. It's a beautiful faith community, and it's been many, many years since I have been in this church. I came here for Mass once or twice in the seminary, and forgotten what a lovely space it is with its beauty and its colors and its lines. It's like a big tabernacle, which I think is kind of the point, right, of the architects. So God dwells here in a very beautiful way, not only in the tabernacle, but certainly in your hearts, in the community that lives here at Blessed Sacrament here in the city. So thanks for your hospitality this morning. So some news. First of all, on the assignment front, Father Alex Nwosu, who has been assigned here for a while now as your associate pastor. I've been visiting a little bit with the Archbishop about how he is doing these days with things, and I think you're aware that he had been assigned both here and also at St. Thomas More High School. So he has a couple of assignments that he has been juggling in his life for a little while now. And after a bit of prayer and conversation, the Archbishop and I decided that for Father Alex's sake and for other reasons too, it would be better if he only had one assignment right now, not the two that he is trying to balance in his own life and all that he works his way through in his ministry. So effective this past Tuesday, the 12th, he is no longer assigned here at Blessed Sacrament Parish. So Father Alex is here no more. But he will continue on, though, at the high school. So he keeps that assignment. And that means that if you here would like to be in touch with him for any reason at all, to write him or send a note or whatever, you can do so through the high school. So do so through Thomas More, and he can receive your communications that way. But otherwise, Father Alex's presence here at the parish is no longer. His assignment here has come to an end. So that is one thing that you should be aware of. The other thing to know related to that is that you have a pastor here, and he now is down a bit of help in terms of his masses, and we know that. So now that we've taken the first step of changing Father Alex's assignment, the next thing we're going to work on is trying to find some more priests to help Father Glenn here and you at the parish to do masses and sacraments and whatnot. This is not going to be another associate pastor, so this is a different situation. These are help-out priests, and these days that's about what we can cobble together with the numbers that we have. So we know that Father Alex's departure leaves something of a hole here, and we want to fill it as best we can. So we'll work on that in the weeks ahead to see who we can get here to assist Father Glenn with his work here at the parish. So that's the first thing to understand. So Father Alex, done here, still at the high school, and we'll get some more help for you in the next couple of weeks. I'm told that right now all these September Masses have been covered with other help-outs, so you're good there. The goal is not to cancel any Masses here, to keep it all staffed as best we can, so that's what we're going to work on. And your staff here is great. You have a wonderful staff here at this parish, so they'll work together to figure this all out. Second thing to know, Father Glenn Powers, okay? Just a word about him and his time here. You should know that Father Glenn is a really, really good priest. He's a good pastor. He's a good shepherd. And he's been a priest much, much longer than me. He was, frankly, one of my instructors once upon a time. And the Archbishop has great respect for him, as do I. And just know that Father Glenn has our support here. He has the Archbishop's support here. And he is doing a lot of work here to try and keep everything together here at the parish. He's also at the seminary. He juggles different things. He wears two hats. And so he works very hard at both jobs. He works very hard here. He works very hard at the seminary. And I see him there. I live there at the seminary, so he's there late at night with his lights on till late at night, working. So Father Glenn is a good man, but he's a stretched man, okay? The reality is that all of our priests these days are stretched more and more. There just aren't enough of us to go around for all the parishes that we have to cover with our guys. And so I think that what's really important right now, especially Father Alex shifting over to the high school, is that we all here, as much as we possibly can, support our pastor and stand by him and just help him and do this as a real team, and to just appreciate the man who you have. He's a good man. Glenn is just a good man, and I'm glad he's here with you. And he loves you very, very much, and he has great affection for this parish. So know that, okay? Also, right, and I alluded to this a second ago, the days of all the parishes having their own priests are really changing here in, I would call, Midwestern Catholicism. I mentioned to you at the homily time that I'm in the, among other things, Diocesan Complaint Department. And so I've heard some of you here talk about your desire, reasonably so, to have a priest who is here all the time and isn't shared. And if I could do that for you, I certainly would. But the reality is that these days, more and more of our parishes are sharing guys because they have to. This is just the reality of upper Midwestern Catholic life. As I mentioned at the last Mass, and I mentioned this when I was here this week earlier to meet with some of your staff and leaders, everybody in Wisconsin has decided that they're allergic to winter, and they moved to South Carolina and Atlanta and Texas, and here we are left over, okay? So with everybody flowing out of the state, we have all this real estate to cover, and nobody here to cover it. This is the challenge, right? So I just want you to understand that we're doing the best we can with the numbers that we have and the people that we have, and hence the need of support, Father Glenn, because I think for the near future, you'll be sharing a priest for a while here at the parish, because it's just what we've got, okay? Know that the Archdiocese knows you're here, has great affection for the parish. The Archbishop knows I'm here today, because wherever the vicar goes, he goes with me. That's how it works in this job, and he sends his blessings and his greetings. And the Archbishop continues to say to all of our parishes that he does not want to close any of them. So that's not his plan, that's not his intention. So no one's going to shut anybody down here right now, so understand that. But at the same time, though, we all got to pitch in to share together all the resources that we have as a whole diocesan community. So we're going to be sharing a lot as time passes, because that's how we're going to keep it all running. That's what we got to do. So, and that brings me to my last point, and it is this. This is a good faith community. I mentioned it before when I began my comments. And I think there is strength here, there is faith here, there is beauty here, there is devotion here. There's a long history here. I know that there is. And we know that, the Archdiocese, you know that. And I think that the most important thing right now is to just be strong as a family with your shepherd, Father Glenn, and to pull it all together and to do the best we can to make it all work out. And every parish across the diocese has the same reality. We've all got to adjust to shifting ways to do things. This is how we're going to do it. So the Lord lives here. He lives among you, and I think the best thing you can do as a community is be strong in Him, be strong in each other, be strong in the church, be strong with your shepherd, and then move forward to the next chapter. Whatever happens to come in our lives, we just take it as it comes, right? That's how it works. And I often say to parishes, you're going to be as healthy as you choose to be as a community. You know, so to the extent that you hang together and do well within the Lord, life will be here, and God will be here, and we will go on as we have. So this is my announcement for the morning. It's a lot to share, so thanks for sitting through all that, right? So Father Alex changed over. Father Glenn's certainly staying here for the near future. Please be supportive to him. Be aware that we're all trying to share these days, that nobody wants to close anything, but to make everything stay open, we've all got to share. That's how it goes. And that this is a great place to be. And we know that it is. And we will do our best to keep supporting you as best we can as a diocese. All that we can do, we will try and do. All right? When Mass is over with, I'll be in the back. If you want to talk to me, please do so. I'm happy to visit and happy to greet you. And I thank you for your prayers, your support, and your hospitality this morning, and for praying so nicely as a parish community. It's much appreciated by me and by the Archdiocese. Please stand.